Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced from alexmercedcoder.com. Welcome to the second video in this Svelte 101 series. And in this one we're going to talk about blocks. Okay, so in the same way that like kind of the setup of a view of a Svelte file feels a lot like a view file. Um, the thing is that when you handle conditionals, it actually doesn't feel like Vue and Angular. It feels more like something like EJS or Jinja, like a templating language. Where they use like curly brackets and they kind of define blocks where the conditional occurs or the loop occurs. And that's kind of how this works. And actually, I think it's a pretty nice solution. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new component. So we can just create a component from scratch. So in the components folder, I'm going to create a new file. And we're just going to call it numbers.svelte. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to app.svelte. I'm going to import numbers. So I'm actually going to clear all this out. I'm going to clear out all the existing stuff. And I'm going to clear out the existing imports. And I am just going to import numbers from /components/ numbers.svelte. There we go. Okay, so now that component's there, and we'll just put this right here. Numbers. And that's in there. So right now numbers is nothing. But just to show you, all I have to do is add an H1 and it's working. See? Numbers. Okay, so defining a component file can be really simple. You don't have to go do anything super complicated. You don't have to have any kind of minimal setup, no having to export this object, no nothing. You literally can just type some HTML and there is your component. That is very cool. Now, what we want to do though is I'm going to start off with the script tag. I always like to have the script tag at the top. We're going to create an array. So const numbers, or we're going to call it nums, equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's the array. Okay. And first we'll show you sort of how I could conditionally, or how I could loop through that array. So I want to show all the numbers, but I don't have to do like show me the first thing in the array, show me the second thing in the array. That would take forever. So what I can do is I can create a loop by creating what's called an each block. So it goes for each nums, so for each item in nums, and we have to create a variable for each item, so we'll say is num. So for every loop, the number that we're on, so num will become 1 the first time, then 2 the second time, then 3 the third time. You guys get the idea. And in between, I put what I want to see. So I'm going to do an h1, and inside the h1, we'll see the num variable. And then we want to end this block, and we just do /each. Okay, so this is the beginning of the loop. This is the end of the loop. And there you go. So you got all the numbers all lined up. That's pretty cool. Now, what if I only want this to show up if the array, so let's try to do this. We can do if nums.length, so we put a Boolean expression, is greater than 5, which it is greater than 5, then we want this to happen. So we'll only do this if this is true. So just an if block. And then if that's not true, I want it to do something else. So then I put an else to start an else block. Okay, and then we'll just say I will copy this, but instead we're going to create a UL, and then in each number, actually, no, that wouldn't work either. Well, actually, what I would want to do, Control X, I want to put the UL right here. Oops. The UL, because I want to loop the LIs, not the UL. And then we want to loop the LI with num and then we want to end the each block there. So let me cut this out, because we really only want to loop the li. The ul should only be one of them, and then we end the if block. Okay, so right now it should just still show the numbers, okay, because the length is greater than 5. But now let's reduce this to only 4 numbers. See, now I get the ul. Okay, so you can create conditionals using these blocks, which is nice, because this becomes pretty readable, okay, versus, you know, sticking like VF directives in the tags, or having to work with like .map and ternary operators in React. This is just, you know, fairly readable. I know that this is where the if begins and this is where the if ends. Kind of like in Ruby where you have a beginning and an end. And so I know that this is conditional based on this. But if this is not true, then this will occur. So this is if it's true, this is if it's false. And then after this, we're back outside of the if block. So that's how if and each blocks work. That's pretty useful stuff. I'll see you guys on the next video. My name is Alex Merced from alexmercedcoder.com. Join the Slack and Discord channel over there at devnursery.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video. Thank you very much, and subscribe. Have a great day.